Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Visions, and we're gonna have another episode of Storytime. If you guys don't know what Storytime is, it's like if you go back in my older videos, you'll see that I have two stories that are called uh Storytime, and I sound a lot fucking younger on those videos. So just be warned, I'm gonna sound like a 12-year-old that hasn't dropped his balls yet, or a 13-year-old that hasn't dropped his balls yet, but. And also, if my voice sounds like deeper, it just sounds like different. It's because I think I'm like sick or something. I don't know. My throat's like fucking hurting. But anyways, we're gonna add on to story time. The story this time is gonna be me making my music teacher cry. Now, if you guys have seen my video that's called Rant, and then it has like BO2/GTA in parentheses, then you guys know who my English or who my music teacher is. Her name was, I'm not gonna say her name, but we had this teacher, and I didn't like her whatsoever. I didn't like her at all. She was just like bitchy, and she didn't like anybody in that class. And the people who she did like were the people who didn't talk whatsoever, who were like somewhat antisocial. And looking at her now, she'd probably like me. But anyways, let's just get on to the story. So I had her for my first class of the day. I didn't like her whatsoever. So the combination of me being pissed because like I just don't want to go to school and I'm tired, that added on to my attitude. So I get to class, I'm not feeling good, and I'm just like, you know what, whatever, man. I'm just gonna go into class, not talk whatsoever. I'm really tired. I'm kind of pissed off from something in the night before that. So I'm just like, I'm not even gonna talk in this class. So I don't even talk, right? And I just go into class. In the class, I'm silent, and everybody else is talking. I'm actually doing my work. I'm like practicing on my instrument, on my baritone or whatever. And she was like, "All right, class, we're gonna be playing this, this, and that, like for songs." And I was just like, "Oh, I didn't hear her." So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ask the person in front of me what we're playing because I didn't hear what she's saying." So I asked him. I was like, "Hey, yo, what are we playing?" And she's like, "Xavier, stop talking." And I kind of ignored her because I'm asking a legitimate question. I'm actually like trying to know what songs to go pull out of my folder. So I so I asked him again. I was like, because he was gonna answer, but then he looked at the teacher, at my teacher, when she's like, stop talking. But I asked him again. I was like, do you know what songs we're playing? And she's like, Xavier, keep talking, and I'm gonna have to send you out. I was like, I'm just asking for the music. I'm trying to understand what you said because nobody understood what you said. You were talking to like whatever. And she was like, "Oh my god." She's like, "You're so immature. You don't act," or she's like, "You don't act like a 8th grader. You're supposed to set an example." And I was just like, "I just didn't hear you. Nobody understood you because you were mumbling." And she's like, "Class, how many of you heard me?" And well, we were arguing before she said that, but she was like, "Class, how many of you heard me?" And zero people in the classroom raised their hand. Nobody raised their hand. And my reaction, since I was pissed and I realized that I caught her and she wasn't, I put her in the wrong. She looked me dead in the eyes and realized that she lost the argument. And so she was just like, she started crying, and I was just, she's like, you guys don't need to act more like, you need to set a better example for your 7th graders, because I was in 8th grade. But she's like, you guys gotta freaking, you guys gotta set a better example. You guys aren't setting good enough example for your peers or anything. You guys need to. And she just like kept crying and rambling about how I was irresponsible and how she should have given me a referral. And she kept rambling and rambling about how I was in the wrong and there was something wrong with me, even though I was just trying to, like, when I'm pissed, usually when you're like pissed and you're a little kid, or when you're not that mature, you just like, you go gossiping to all your friends like, oh, my fucking day was this bad, I didn't like this at all, it was such bullshit, man. But me, or when you go to get like a little bit more mature, you just like kind of just sit there. You don't want to feel like, you don't feel like talking to anyone because it's just, you just don't feel like talking to anyone. So I I was just pissed, and I was mad, or I was actually kind of happy that I proved her in the wrong. So I looked at her, or before she started crying, I looked around and I was like, look, 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 look at how many people actually raised their hand. Look how many people actually heard you. I'm not in the wrong. You're in the wrong. You're dumb. And yeah, she just kept crying and crying, and she's like, "Oh, I should have sent you out, yada yada yada. I kind of wish I did." She's like, "I wish I didn't have you in my class like this year." Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was just like, "Oh my god, dude, just shut up." So she kept crying, and then after class, everybody was like, "Man, you're a savage." I'm like, "I'm not even savage. I proved her wrong. There was nothing wrong with that. I told her that she was in the wrong." And yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, you just fucking beat her in an argument." And that's like the first time anybody beat her in an argument, apparently, because she's a smart ass. Like, someone would be like, "Oh, can I go to the restroom?" And she'd be like, "I don't know, can you?" And she was kind of like that. She was kind of just like that type of teacher that's like kind of she's like passive aggressive, and she's a smart ass at the same time. But that was pretty much it. That's the end of story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want another episode of this, which I'm glad to make another one because I kind of had fun making this video. If you guys want to see another one, I'll be sure to make another one. And yeah, I made my teacher cry because I beat her in an argument. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.